Matches this weekend in Division 4 of the National Football League. Now, Wicklow had a big win over London in Ruislip. Limerick did win in football this weekend, that was against Longford. It was a draw between Carlow and Waterford, and Leitrim's expected win against Kilkenny. And now there's confirmation of the final score in the All-Ireland Club football semi-final. Kilmurray-Ibrickane through to the final. The Corofin St. Gall's match had to be postponed. Decision on the replay tomorrow. OK, we have another break coming up here on Sunday Sport, but still to come here on the programme, trial by video. Well, that's how many see the GAA's new approach to disciplinary matters. We have a special report, and that is coming up. Welcome back again to part 3 of Sunday Sport. Well, the GAA season for 2010 is only barely up and running, and already the controversies have started. Now, initially it was the new rules like the mark and the square ball, but that has now kind of faded into the background as indiscipline and the process now being employed by Croke Park to eradicate that problem come fully into view. Well, now, sighting has been a part of other sports for some time, but clearly the GAA this season has laid down a marker to use television or video coverage to eradicate bad behaviour. Well, the reaction has been phenomenal. With the inside story and this special report on trial by video, it's Marty Morrissey.
It's the 21st century. It's the age of technology. Once upon a time, there was only one TV station in Ireland. Now there's a multiplicity of networks available to the people of this country. Sport and television synergise well together. The action, the drama, the positives, the negatives. In any sport, discipline is vital. In the macho days of the past, what happened on the field was the beginning and end of the affair. The referee was the sole arbitrator of justice. His verdict was final. Today, the role of television or video cannot be underestimated. Sighting of players across a spectrum of sports for incidents either adjudicated during a game or unseen by the referee can now be revisited. It's worked well for rugby over the last 10 years. The GAA are equally determined to clean up their games. But is the system now set up by Croke Park giving equal justice to all? Is trial by video fair or unfair? National Football League Division 1 games are normally televised, and on the last 2 weekends, Tyrone players were seen to be involved in controversial incidents. The first against Derry, which resulted in 3 players, Justin McMahon, Conor Gormley and Derry's own Bradley, being shown yellow cards by the referee Pat McEnany. When the video clips were subsequently sent by the CCCC, the Central Competitions Control Committee, to Pat McEnany for review, the Monaghan official revised his earlier decision and upgraded the cards to red. This meant a 4-week suspension for the players, inclusive of a ban for the next match in the competition.
When I had a look at the Tyrone-Derry game, there was instances in that game that I wasn't happy with and was asked to review them and had a look at them. Simple as that.
But did you feel compelled to change what you had done in the actual match? In this case, upgrade cards from yellow to red.
No, Marty. I think, you know, when you make a decision on the pitch, you go home and you send a video clip of it and you have a look at it. And then you've got to make a judgment on what you have seen on the clip. And you make, you know, the best judgment that you can make after watching it on video again. I'm not compelled to do anything.
Tyrone feel, because they play in Division 1, that they and others in the Premier Divisions are far more exposed to the watchful eye of the video camera and consequently the CCCC. The chairman of the Tyrone County Board is Kieran McLaughlin. He feels the present disciplinary system is imbalanced.
And television exposure is good for our games. I mean, the crowds have increased over this past number of years with television coverage, so it's to be applauded. But what we want to do then, on top of that, is for them to understand that when our games are viewed, that our games are viewed because we are Tyrone. We want to make sure that every game, should it be teams from Carlow, should it be Waterford, Leitrim, it doesn't matter who they are, that everyone's games are, if they're going to be viewed, that they're all viewed and viewed fairly.
It's not just Tyrone that are unhappy. Mayo aren't too pleased with the disciplinary process either.
We're all very angry, we're all very frustrated, and we're all very confused. Up to now, we knew what was dealt with on the field by the referee, and I think there was a change of policy, and I don't think anybody was told about it. Obviously, video evidence can be used in some respects, but this has been ill thought out, it's badly executed, and it's unfair to players and managers, and it has led to a whole lot of confusion that needs to be cleared up quickly.
Television networks are primarily concerned with broadcasting games from Division 1 and 2. These are the glamour teams and are considered the top 16 counties in the country. Contact sport like Gaelic football will always have incidents. The argument being put forward by some is that similar incidents involving the counties in Division 3 and 4 will go unnoticed and unpunished because there are no cameras present. This is Pearse Park, where Longford play their home Division 4 league games. There will be no television cameras here throughout their league campaign. So is the solution for Croke Park to ensure that there's a video camera at every league game every single weekend? It mightn't solve the problem completely, but surely it will level the playing pitch.
Cameras are at every match, albeit there might be more cameras at a Division 1 match, but if the incidences that needed to be reported are right across the 4 divisions, I think it is the obvious and fairest solution, and definitely that is the way forward.
The role of referees in post-match disciplinary decisions is a difficult one for the individual concerned. John Bannon has been a top-class referee for 17 years, including being in charge of 2 All-Ireland senior football finals. After last year's All-Ireland semi-final, he had to make a decision about this incident involving Cork's John Miskela.
I was disappointed, the fact that it was my last game, and by getting the letter it gave the impression, or it implied, that Croke Park or the CCC weren't happy, so it puts the referee in an awkward situation.
The letter he wrote in response to the CCCC outlined his feelings on referees being involved in post-match disciplinary procedures.
Teresa Akara, I have reviewed the clip you sent me from the Cork v Tyrone football game on Monday, August the 24th, 2009. The question you asked me about the clip is, did I adequately deal with the alleged incident by issuing a yellow card to Cork number 5? The fact that you sent me a video clip implies that I have not dealt with it adequately in the opinion of the Competitions Committee. I now find myself in a position I never wanted to be in as a referee. I have also spoken on a number of occasions at referee seminars in Athlone, outlining that it is not satisfactory for a referee and his officials to revisit an incident that they have already adjudicated on during the game. My answer to your question is yes, for the following reason.
His club, Legan Sarsfields, will now propose at the GAA's annual Congress the referees be excluded from any involvement in post-match disciplinary decisions.
It puts undue pressure on the referee, and that's why I've put forward this motion or my club put forward this motion to the Longford Convention this year, that it would be taken away from the referee and give the CCC the power to deal with it immediately themselves on the Monday morning.
People shouldn't forget there is a positive side to television or video coverage. Sometimes a player can be proven innocent. No matter what, one thing is certain: television or video evidence is here to stay.
Marty Morrissey reporting there. Well, now to continue on this topic for a while, I am joined in studio by Seamus Woods, and Seamus is the chairman of the Central Competitions Control Committee. We're also joined at this stage by Mickey Harte, who is of course the Tyrone football manager, and Martin Carney is still here with us. Seamus, if I could start with yourself. I mean, look, we know what the GAA is trying to do here. You're trying to improve discipline in the game, and that's to be applauded, of course. But are you not putting undue pressure on your own referees by kind of doing a big brother on them and sending them back tapes and saying, well, should I have a look at this again because we don't think you got this right? Well, do they not have enough pressures?
Well, we've up on 100 inter-county referees in both hurling and football, and I don't think you can generalise about the response of all of them. On the one hand, you'll have somebody like Pat McEnany, an individual of his reputation and status, who doesn't feel any pressure, and said so there in the clip that you've just...
But they say they don't feel any pressure, Seamus, but they're also aware, and this is what a lot of people are commenting on about this, that if they don't review these things, if they don't go along with the nudge and the wink that you're giving them, that they won't get the big matches.
I would contend that most referees would actually welcome the opportunity to revisit a particular incident that they might have missed during a game. If you think of referees by and large are conscientious individuals who have to make in any one game of 65-70 minutes up on 200 instant decisions and are expected to get all of them right. That's an unreasonable expectation. It must be the case that in certain instances a referee will miss a particular call.
I know that. I accept that, and sorry to cut across you, but I think the point here is that that's always been the case. The referee have to make decisions. Nobody's asking the referee to be 100% right all the time. That would be unreasonable, because it's not human, if you like. But the point is, the referee makes a decision, for better or for worse. And now you're saying, but you made a decision, but now we're not happy with it, so we're going to go and ask you to have a look at it again. Well,
this is invariably about decisions that he hasn't made, or that he might like to revisit for a second opinion. You see, referees, if they miss a big call during a game, they will be pilloried by the general public and by the media in all the